In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at some Avengers Easter eggs. The MCU is awesome. There are so many movies that you can watch and all of them are great in their own way. There are actually a very big handful of Easter eggs dropped into these movies that you might not have noticed. So today, we're going to shed some light on some of the deepest secrets and reveal them to you. Please keep in mind that there could be spoilers throughout this video. Number 1. When Spider-Man got to put on his new suit, people were very shocked when multiple legs came out of it to save the day. If you're a fan of the comics though, this would have been no surprise to you. Tony Stark actually designed this armor back in the comics, and the extra legs were a very significant feature. While it might have been too outlandish at first for the big screen, those extra legs definitely came in handy. So, Spider-Man's new suit was an Easter egg to do with the comics. Number 2. Throughout Thor Ragnarok, Thor was without his powerful hammer, Mjolnir, for quite some time, until he got his new hammer that goes by the name of Stormbreaker. If you're a loyal comic book reader, you will know that this name was already taken, and it was in fact the name of Beta Ray Bill's hammer. It's pretty great that the MCU referenced Bill's hammer, to be honest, and many comic fans would have loved to have seen this. Number 3. Thanos was all about destruction, but he was still a pretty creative guy as well. In Avengers Infinity War, he proved this by turning laser blasts into bubbles and twisting reality in fascinating ways to baffle his enemies. This is actually a direct reference to the comics. Although it might seem pretty crazy to turn enemies into piles of unraveling spools of ribbon or blocks, that is exactly what happened in the comics. In an effort to show off for death during the Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos turns Nebula into an unraveling ribbon. Although the details are a little bit different within the movie, Thanos does basically the same thing, and it's a direct Easter egg to what happened in the comics. Number 4. Many fans were pretty disappointed when they saw Captain America's suit throughout all the different movies because it wasn't the same as what we saw in the comics. In Captain America, the First Avenger, it was confirmed that the classic scale-like armor of Steve Rogers was not going to fit into the live-action movie. It was also the same with his costume when it changed several times throughout the years in Age of Ultron and Civil War. However, within Infinity War, we do actually get a bit of an Easter egg, which is a direct tribute to the comic books. If you pay close attention, after Steve takes some damage from enemies, the fabric of his suit frays away and reveals that underneath there are the classic scales from Captain's armor in the comics that were keeping him safe the whole time. Number 5. We got a very big promise during the Avengers Infinity War trailer where Gamora said, "The entire time I knew him, he only had one goal, to wipe out half the universe. If he gets all the Infinity Stones, he can do that with a snap of his fingers." And that is exactly what the villain did within the comics, and this meant that it wasn't just a tease, because it actually is how Infinity War ended. In the comic book version of the Infinity War, Thanos was completely motivated in gathering the Infinity Stones as his mission was to erase all life. It was the request of Lady Death, who Thanos loved dearly, and he wasted no time with making it happen. That's all for today though. What'd you think of this list? Let us know in the comments what you thought. But with that being said, this is the end of the video, so we'll see you guys in the next one.